Time to do some marking. Time to do some marking. Time to do some marking. Yes. Year 10 biology test. Yes. Let me just make sure. Make sure my pen works. Yes. Pen works. Okay. So, question 1. The human body is made of different types of cells. Draw one line from each type of cell to the organ system where the cell is found. Brain cell, reproductive system. Red blood cell, reproductive system. Sperm cell, reproductive system. I believe this child is confused. Let me just check my mark scheme. Incorrect. Explain one way a sperm cell is adapted for its function. Baby. Okay. Let me just check my mark scheme. No. That would be 0 so far. C, 1C. Give one way that you can tell the cell in above is not a plant cell. No leaves. This child is not doing so well so far. Which part of a cell controls the movement of substances into and out of the cell? Tick one box. This child has ticked 3 boxes. You read the question. One box. E. What is the name of the process that moves oxygen molecules into the cell in the figure above? Let's just review the figure quickly. Yes, okay. Diffusion. Because the oxygen molecules move from a high to low concentration. Wow, a sensible answer. Let me just check. The mark scheme. Diffusion. Because the oxygen molecules move. Wow. It's an actual sensible answer. 2 marks. Wow. F. Do not refer to oxygen in your answer. This child has put monkeys, but reconsidered from rabbits, and then hydrogen. No. Okay, that's 2. Question 2. The diagram shows a cell. Use words from the box to name the structures labeled A and B. So, nucleus, yes. Cell membrane, okay. Use words from the box to name the structures. This little comedian. The box. Don't try to be funny. It won't get more marks. The cell in the diagram is an animal cell. How can you tell that it is an animal cell and not a plant cell? It looks like one. It doesn't look like a plant cell. That's facetious at this point. Facetious. I think I need some coffee to deal with this child. sure my coffee is all mixed together. Okay. Oh, coffee. Not to get you through any marking. Okay, carrying on. Oxygen will diffuse into the cell in the diagram. Why? Who cares? Okay, that's not the answer. The cell shown in the diagram is usually found with similar cells drawing around the correct answer. They've just drawn 3. It's just 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would be 0 out of 6 potential marks. Question 3. Global warming may reduce biodiversity in some areas. What is biodiversity? Tick one box. So this child appears to have added another box and put none of the above. I suppose they have ticked a box, but please, Lord, to be funny. Unfortunately, that did make me chuckle a little bit, but I cannot be global warming. Tick 2 boxes, carbon dioxide. Check my mark scheme again. 2 marks, oh my god. 2 marks. Yes. Increased tariffs on non-compliant EU trade deals. What? What is this? I'm gonna have to check that. Let me just check that, okay. Just check that answer, because I believe it's something strangely sensible from this child again. So is the non-UK trade tariff deals. Okay, let's see. Okay, so new code for tariff. Yes, okay. Yes, what about okay, well, unfortunately I'm going to have to give this child a mark for that. Strangely sensible for you. Okay, question 4. Limpets are small animals with shells. Limpets attached to rocks on seashores. Give the food chain for algae, crabs, and limpets. A human eat all of this. Where do I even begin with this? Let's have a look what they got. Out. 1 and 2, 3, 3. I'm going to have to do a tally. So, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3. Yes, 3. Okay. stuff. Okay. Calculate the area of the quadrant in meters squared. Please give me a mark, sir. I mean, that's just desperate at this point. This is just this. It's just this. Desperate behavior. I'm possibly tempted to give minus 1 mark. Maybe we'll reconsider. So the total area is 1,008. I give 1,800 meters squared. Carry over. I shall get 2% of the string. Is it sure? Okay. Calculate the number of times the student used the word. Okay, I'm going to have to check my mark scheme for this one. Divided by if you square root 36, yes, so let's see how they've got that. And then so it should be 144 3 okay, no, just please see Mr. James, your maths for extra homework. So let me just each time asks, this is just infuriating again. It's just one hazard the student should be aware of when collecting data on the seashore. To refer to the quadrant insurance. Derek throwing it at my head again. Oh, golly. Please. Speak. Populations limpets are monitored to assess the impact of pollution in water. It's just one type of pollution in water that may affect the population of limpets. Poo. It's completely non-scientific. Let me just check it. Just check my scheme again. Poo would be nonsense, but let's just make sure. Rocks, quicksand, sewage, poo. Unfortunately, again, I'm going to get that right for poo. Not please use scientific language. Next, you answer question. Slightly irritating. So again, let's just do that's 1 mark. Oh God, 1 mark. Why do I even bother? Okay, let's just keep going. Not doing so well so far. Question 5. Use the words in the box to complete. Just make sure. The sentences above about the water cycle. This child appears to have done lots of crosses and ticks. None of them actually going. Name the substance X. Substance X in the atmosphere. Air. Oh, unfortunately, they're not wrong. Do we think air can't? Again, it's not very scientific. That's air substance. Let me just check. Okay. Is substance research? Okay, I'll check the mark scheme. It's the easiest way. Carbon dioxide, CO2. Okay. Let's see. Doesn't say air, so no. They haven't even written an answer here. At least answer. Don't get worked up. Don't worry. It's okay. They will do some revision for the real test. Okay. Question 6. Arctic-hares live in very cold conditions. There's a white coat in winter and a dark coat in summer areas. Please don't give us homework. Next lesson, have love. God, this child is infuriating me. This will not do. You must stay behind. Next. To see me, you will be getting a phone call. Okay, maybe a little bit of coffee and a little bit of coffee will help me. Just calm down slightly. A little bit of coffee. A little bit of coffee goes such a long way. I didn't intend to read it. putting a 0 again, just as this child. 0, 0, 0. Thank God it's nearly. Oh my God. More questions to answer. The diagram shows what happens to the shapes so it's placed into distilled water. Plant cell swells and it becomes turgid. Explain why the cell swells and becomes turgid. Name the process involved. It saw your mum. Oh my God. This is just rude. What does that mean? I don't know. You have done it. You will be sent to the master's office. Next lesson. It's absolutely despicable and terrible. This child. First, before I forget. Alright, I guess I need to do that now. So again, let me just quote it in answer to the question he put. It saw your mum. This is not acceptable. Please submission ASAP. This child, why do we even bother? Look, why do we bother? One feature. It's a